guys, welcome back to my channel. So normal service resumes today. We're going to do a mid-size haul. So any new pieces that I've had in my wardrobe. Thank you for the guys that watched my vlog last week. Obviously the first time I've done anything like that. I am going to still do some things like that, but they're not going to be my regular content. It's definitely going to be more content like this. And so styling advice, hauls, kind of new in pieces, trends, that type of thing. So I'm happy to be back with a haul video today. So this is really, you guys know I don't like using the word haul, but this is basically anything that's new in my wardrobe that I have not shown you recently. And I am going to show you some vintage pieces that I got too. So yeah, let's crack on with the video. So now obviously we're very much in winter, but I always tend to kind of look to the forward to the next season a little bit, in terms of the fact that I don't like purchasing or buying or kind of accepting any like wintry clothes right now. I know we're still very cold and that kind of goes against everything in terms of what we're actually wearing right now, but I do get excited for the next season. So if there's pieces that I can buy that kind of remind me of the next season, but are still right to wear and still practical for the season now, that's what I will kind of gravitate towards. And I got a few pieces from Albaray. First up was this beautiful butter yellow cardigan. Butter yellow is a colour that we're really going to be seeing next season. I feel like it's a colour we always see in spring. So again, this is not necessarily a trend-led thing. This is just the type of item, the type of colour that we always see when we get into spring. It's a lighter colour. It's something just a little bit fresher, which I love. So definitely something you can pull out every single year, but it still feel new and still feel spring-like, which I love. It's also obviously extremely practical for this type of year because it's warm, but this is also going to work in spring over like a little skirt or shorts, which I just love. So yeah, obviously I'll show you how I style this. You guys know that with a crew neck cardigan like this, what I tend to do is button up the top 1 or 2 buttons and leave kind of the rest open, and wear with like a fitted white t-shirt like the one I'm wearing or something like that underneath. I think it just gives a really nice silhouette and looks incredibly good if you're curvy as well, because it kind of draws your eye to that central point of your waist, and I just think it's a really nice modern kind of silhouette and way to wear a cardigan like this. And especially if you have cardigans like this in your wardrobe, I just think you can style it in this way and it feel fresh and new. And this is a size 12. I'm a 12 to 14, possibly tracking a little bit more towards a 12 at the minute. I mean, we fluctuate, don't we? We're women, this is what happens. I'm in my kind of fitness era, hence why I'm probably tracking towards a 12 at the minute, but I am extremely bloated today, which you will probably see in my clothes, but that's, you know, time of the month, that's what happens. And yeah, it's just such a lovely cardigan. So the next piece I got is also from Albaray, and it is this beautiful khaki green cape trench coat. Now, cape trench coats are definitely going to be a trend this season and something that we're going to be seeing everywhere. Now, one of the reasons that I love this coat so much, because you know I'm not necessarily going to kind of track towards trends just because they're trends. I'm going to track towards these trends because I love them. And the thing with this trench is you can remove the cape section here. It literally just buttons on, which I think is so good. And then you have like a quite a standard single-breasted long trench, which I love. So if you want something a little bit more trend-led, you can kind of keep the cape on, but if you want it to just be like a really standard trench, and you can take it off, which I just think is so good. I have this in a 16. I always like to size up in my coats and my jackets for multiple reasons. One, I really like the look. I think that oversized like styling of a jacket is a lot more, it looks a lot more expensive. That's what I feel like. It's very Mary Kate and Ashley. It's very the row. I think it looks very expensive. That's why I tend to do it. So I'll always kind of go up 1 or 2 sizes in a jacket depending on kind of what I think the fit's going to be like. The thing with this cape trench, which I haven't really worked out, is I think you need to like button the cape down, and I haven't really worked out how to do it yet. I tried to do it in an Instagram video and failed massively, and it looked really weird. So I do need to go away and look at kind of the model shots and how they've kind of fastened this trench section down, because right now I can't really work it out. I'll show you how I'll style it. I would literally just style it over in like an outfit I'm wearing now, which is like an oversized pair of wide leg jeans, and then like more of a fitted top on top with this kind of like cardigan, this marge cardigan over the top. I would literally just throw this over and it just looks So classic, so lovely, and it's organic cotton as well, so it's really beautifully made and really nice quality. So I'm actually going to show you a couple of dresses now. I mean, who is she? You can tell I'm getting towards spring mindset because the dresses are starting to come back into play, which is exciting for me because I'm not normally a dress person, especially in the colder months. Now this is the Lydia dress. That's nice, that's what my little sister's called. So this is a Lydia dress and it's from Ivy, and Ivy are a beautiful British brand that use 100% organic cotton for their pieces, and their pieces are just stunning. And this Lydia dress is a maxi length, which I absolutely love. Now, as I said, I am a 12, 14, potentially tracking more towards a UK 12 at the minute. And when I spoke to the brand, they said to me, look, you can go for a smaller size if you want this to be a little bit more fitted. Now, with dresses like this, I tend to find they either need to be quite oversized or they need to be more on the fitted side, especially when you are slightly curvier. Because I feel like if it's that in between, it's just not flattering. So I actually went for a 10 regular in this. I believe they do a long, which is really good if you're tall. I'm 5'6", so not necessarily tall, but sometimes I might want to go for a longer length because I like this length. This is definitely a maxi fit length anyway, so I don't need to. But it's a really beautiful dress. It's really easy to wear. As the weather gets a little bit warmer, you could definitely chuck like a leather jacket over with this, wear a pair of mules, and it's just gonna look so good. Obviously I'll try it on so you guys can see how it looks. It would also look quite cute belted as well. I'm probably not gonna belt it, but you definitely could and it would look amazing. I think if I get another one of these, which I might, 'cause they have lots of different colours, I might actually go for a couple of sizes up and go for like more of an oversized look, because I think that's also gonna look really good as well. Then you could belt it, but you could also leave it loose. I know I've spoken to you guys before, I love an oversized look. Yes, it's not necessarily the most flattering thing in the world, but I just love how it looks, and I'm not always going for flattering when I dress. A lot of the time I am, like I'm very aware of my shape, I know what suits me, I know what looks good, but often I just want to wear something oversized. I love the look, I think it looks cool, and I love how I feel in it. So yeah, you could definitely go that way with this dress, either fitted or more oversized, depending how you're feeling. So the next piece is another dress, and this one is from Reformation, and this is a Natalie dress, and I got it in the brown, and it's just a really lovely simple dress. I love the kind of boat neck neckline. I think it's really flattering, by the way. That type of neckline, you can still wear a bra, hide your bra very easily. You don't need to go down the strapless route, which you guys know I hate. But also that like elongated neck, I think just looks so flattering. It especially looks flattering on my body type, and it's something that I definitely gravitate towards. It also gives off 90s vibes, which I'm really obsessed with at the minute, and I just think it's such a beautiful dress. Again, it's such like a bad day to be showing these pieces because I am so bloated today, which yeah isn't going to make me feel the best because this dress is relatively fitted. But you know, it is what it is. We're all human, we're all women, we all go through this. So I'm going to obviously show it on you guys. I got this in a medium. I did think about getting a large because I think a large in Reformation, they normally do, I think, normal sizes anyway. Normally I would be an 8, which is in Reformation, which is American 8, which is a UK 12, or possibly a 10, just depending on what the type of piece is. If it was a dress like this, which is stretchy, I would always go for a 12 for American 8. If it's something like a pair of trousers or something that's more rigid, I would definitely go for the size up, so US 10, UK 14, just because I don't like things to be really tight, and also if it's not going to fit, I can't be bothered with sending it back. You can always belt it. But it's just a really lovely dress. It looks amazing for this time of year with like a really thin pair of brown tights. So good. And a brown pair of knee-high boots, which I don't have, by the way. I need in my life. But yeah, it's just such a nice dress. Really simple. It's going to work across seasons. So, you know, it's not something I've got to put away in the summer. I would definitely wear it in the summer as well. It's a very fine knit, almost like a jersey. I think they call it a knit, but it's a very fine knit, so definitely works across seasons. And again, for curvy girls, this fitted style is going to look so good on you. I know fitted feels hard sometimes. I definitely struggle with it sometimes for sure, but also at the same time, it's just going to accentuate your curves and look absolutely amazing, so don't be afraid of it. So next up, I have a couple of pieces that I actually got in the Mango sale. I kind of go off and on Mango. I find the quality decent. It's kind of not the terrible quality of Zara that you would usually come to expect. I find Mango a lot better quality. And actually, I do love to shop it in the sale because obviously you're going to find pieces for a lot less money. And actually their pieces, they're kind of sometimes just a little bit cooler. And I found a creator recently that I absolutely love. She's in her 40s and she's just so cool. And like often when you're kind of looking for creators, like obviously I'm 38. I'm 38 now, I'm 39 this year, and I can actually say I'm 40 next year, which is mental. Like, I don't know how this has happened. I still feel 25. But this lady is in her 40s, and it's just so lovely to see someone who's super cool and is not kind of 25. You can relate to them a lot more. And she wears a lot of Mango, and that kind of got me excited, I think, again for Mango. Hence why I found these pieces and thought, you know what, they're in the sale, let's go for it. And the quality, it is good. It really is good. And this is really a simple, just kind of grey vest top. And the creator I saw wearing this vest top, she wore it with like a t-shirt underneath, like a fitted t-shirt underneath. I'll show you with the one I have on today. It really gives 90s vibes, but that layering I'm just loving at the minute. Enables you to use pieces that you already have in your wardrobe and just lay them a bit differently. The other thing I really like about this is I'm not sure how this is going to work by itself. I'm not sure what bra I would need to wear. Like obviously I have a bigger chest. I breastfed for 13 months. I have to wear a bra. I just do. Like I don't feel comfortable without wearing one. And I don't know how this would work with wearing a bra. It might be okay to look at it. I haven't tried it yet, to be fair. But laid over a t-shirt, you don't need to worry about that because everything's kind of hidden. I have this in a medium. I didn't want it to be any way, shape or form big. I wanted it to be form fitting. So I went for a medium. It's super stretchy because it's knit. And yeah, I just think it's just something really staple, something really easy. It works across seasons. It's kind of cool, and I want to try this layering thing, and she does it so well with this exact vest top. So I thought I would try it with the exact one as well, especially because it was in the sale, and see how I get on. So the next thing I bought for the Mango sale is these shoes. They're kind of like a backless mule, but they're kind of like a, I don't know, like a Mary Jane kind of schoolgirl vibe shoe. Like I definitely think I would have worn these to school when I was of school age a million years ago. And I just think they're such a cute shoe. I don't love buying non-leather shoes, and these are non-leather, so let's see how we get on. Again, because I got them in the sale, they were a lot cheaper. So potentially not something I would have bought full price, but because they're in the sale, I thought, look, let's go for them. Let's try them. I love the shape. I just think these with a pair of white socks in the spring, even in the summer, because we're not necessarily always boiling hot here in the UK, even now with a crop pair of trousers and a white pair of socks, they're just gonna look so cool. They've got like a very tiny heel, so you know it's not going to be anything that's too taxing to walk in. I love the fact that you can kind of alter the straps, so if they're feeling big or they're feeling tight, you can kind of alter them and make them a little easier to wear. Pretty sure these were about £20, so they really weren't much. And I just think within my wardrobe, these are going to work really, really well. So worth the purchase. And then if they're not, I'll just resell them on. Someone else can enjoy them. But hopefully they're going to work quite well. And yeah, they were really a bit of a bargain. So I'm going to stay on a little bit of a shoe theme and show you the shoes that I got recently from Asos. So these are a khaki suede pair of ballet pumps, and they have a square toe, which I just think is so cool. I recently styled them for my Instagram, which by the time this video is out, that video will be out, with a pair of like very oversized barrel leg, wash back barrel leg jeans and kind of a double zip hoodie. And I just think kind of the contrast or the juxtaposition, as I said in my video, the one word I remember from my English literature degree, the juxtaposition between the hoodie and these pumps, which are kind of more feminine, I just think looks so cool. I love the fact that they're like this khaki colour, like they are a really nice suede. The only thing I would say is I think I don't know what you call it, but I I don't necessarily have wide feet, but I have quite a high instep, is it called? So like the top of my foot I think is quite high, which kind of makes my feet on the wider side, but not necessarily the standard wide that you would expect. So I do find this section here a little tight on my feet. I haven't worn these for a long period of time, so I'm not really sure how that's going to affect my feet, but they are suede, so I do expect them to stretch out. We just got to try it and see how we get on, but for now they do feel comfortable. They just, for me, having wider or higher instep there, they're a little bit tight, but they are a really nice shoe. Now I wear ballet pumps all the time. I wear them with crop trousers, I wear them with like long wide leg jeans with kind of the toe pointing out. That's why I like these so much, because the square toe is just something a little bit different. They look really cute with socks as well, and they're just a really good shoe, and something that I know I'm just going to get a huge amount of wear of in my wardrobe. And I think for a suede pair of shoes, these were like £50 maybe, which I really don't think is bad if you're wanting to buy an actual suede pair of shoes. Okay, so we're going to go to accessories now, or at least one accessory, and I got this beautiful bag. Actually got it for Christmas from Ryan very kindly, and this is a bag from De Meliere. I don't remember what, the New Yorker I think, and it's a large one, and it's just such a beautiful bag. This bag is obviously like a more premium bag and comes with a higher price point, but the price point isn't as high as if you were going for like, you know, a Prada or something like that. It's definitely like a middle kind of price point. I think this was £4.95, so for this kind of size and craftsmanship of bag, I just think is really not a bad price. The dark brown suede is beautiful, and again, I would definitely wear this across seasons. This is not just kind of like an autumn winter bag for me. This is going to work in summer, in spring, and it's just beautiful. It's absolutely massive. I've got one lip gloss in there. You can kind of press stud in the sides if you need to, so it's not just fully open. Then there's a press stud in the middle, which actually is really cool, because if you're walking around with like a really open bag like this, especially in a busy place, it's very easy for hands to go in. I'm being very like worried here, negative, but you know, you've got to be careful with things like this, and I just think it's just such a lovely bag. There's room for it to go on your shoulder, so you kind of not just having to hold it, you can carry it on your shoulder as well. And it's just, I really haven't bought a new bag that's kind of like not a cost bag or like a more premium bag in a very long time. I've actually sold a lot of my designer bags because I've just not been wanting to wear them. I sold a Prada one very recently that I had for quite a long time and I loved, but it was time to let it go because I just wasn't wearing it. And I definitely feel like I'm more tracking towards these more timeless bags that aren't necessarily logo brandy, but they're just kind of pieces that I can literally imagine myself using when I'm like 80. Maybe not overfilling it so I can't carry it, but it's definitely a bag that I'm going to use and use and use for a very long time. And yeah, I just think it's really beautiful. So next I got a couple of pieces from a brand that I've not heard of before, which is called Raffya, and these pieces are absolutely lovely. I got this really lovely vest top that kind of has like blanket stitching around the kind of arms and also the neckline, which I think is really, really lovely. This vest top is 97% cotton, and then there's a tiny bit of lycra in it for stretch, which again is just lovely. Like, you've got mostly natural fibres in this top, which I'm always going to gravitate towards. I got this in a small because I really wanted it to fit close to my body. Again, I find with these kind of vest tops, if they're not going to fit close to your body, they're not really going to look that flattering. They're kind of going to hang on your parts that are your kind of your smallest parts of your waist, and again, it just doesn't work for me. As I said before, I really want to experiment with layering vest tops at the minute. Very 90s vibe, I know, but like very into it, and I think this would look amazing kind of laid over a white t-shirt or a long sleeve top or something like that, just to give your look a little bit more definition and a little bit more interest. So I really like this. Again, this is a very thick kind of rib jersey material, so I think it really shows its quality, and I definitely think this would work underneath kind of cardigans right now, but it's also going to work into the warmer months as well. I'm going to show you another piece from the brand and I'll style these two pieces together because I think they really, really work together. So next is a pair of grey linen trousers, again from the brand Raffya. Now, I made a massive error on sizing with these trousers. I chose a UK 14 and they are way too big for me. I definitely should have gone for a 12, so definitely take that into account if you're really liking the look of these trousers. Now, all is not lost. They have belt loops and I can definitely belt them and they will look absolutely fine. Or if I'm really enjoying these trousers, I'll get them tailored so they fit me a lot better. So there are a linen blend, so the 55% linen, and then there is obviously 45% viscose. Again, the majority is natural fibres here, which I absolutely love. These trousers definitely lend themselves more to kind of, I think, a spring wardrobe. We're going away soon and I'm going to take these with me because I think they're going to be perfect. What I love about them is they're kind of spring summer vibes, but because of the grey, they're kind of smart, which I just think looks so cool. And I can really imagine these working really well in someone's kind of corporate workwear wardrobe. But again, definitely be conscious of sizing because I really do need to belt these or these are not going to fit. I'll show you styled with the vest top because I just think it's just such a good look together. And then right now for this time of year, you could throw on a cardigan or throw on a blazer and it would just look so, so good. And this kind of like big trousers on the bottom half, little top on the top is so flattering if you have a curvy figure. Helps define your waist, helps give you a little bit more volume around your hips and your legs, which is going to hide things that you maybe want to hide if you feel like you want to, and it's going to accentuate a smaller waist, which is something that's always going to be a nice thing to do if you want to go down that route. You know, I like to do that, but sometimes I don't at the same time. So the next things I want to show you are a couple of vintage pieces that I picked up really recently. And the first one is this kind of rugby style striped top. Now this is actually an old M&S one, so it's St. Michael. So it's not even really St. Michael at M&S, it's older than that. It was also made in the UK. I wonder when we made M&S in the UK. That must have been a very long time ago. It's 100% cotton. I don't think this has ever been worn, or it's been very lightly worn either way. Obviously we're seeing kind of a lot of these rugby stripe style tops around at the minute, so one of my favourite things to do is, if there's kind of a current trend, is find that piece in a vintage version. And if I can do that, it probably makes me the most excited about clothing ever. Trends come back around, of course they do, so finding something like this that is vintage makes me so excited. If my whole entire wardrobe could be that, it would be, but it's not that easy to find pieces like that, but when you do, make sure you get it. And this is beautiful. I got it from like specifically a vintage shop here in Nottingham. It is, I think, a size like 10 to 12, but it definitely fits like on more of an oversized way, because obviously vintage normally fits smaller, but for this type of thing you can see there's lots of room in it, so I wasn't really bothered about the sizing in this sense. I would definitely wear this kind of fully tucked in with a pair of kind of tailored trousers, or even like a little skirt as the weather gets a bit warmer. I think it's going to look so nice and kind of like belted, and I think and I think it's going to give this kind of casual top a little bit more of an elevated look, and especially when you're curvy, like that full tuck with a belt is just going to accentuate your waist and just look really, really cool. So the next piece I want to show you is actually this amazing oversized men's blazer. It's actually a vintage Armani blazer, which is literally so cool. It's very lightly worn, like there's no staining, there's kind of no bobbling, there's no anything. It literally looks like it's probably, again, lightly worn or never really worn, and it's a very kind of fine wool. There's no stiffness in this jacket at all, which I absolutely love, and you can just tell that the quality is beautiful, like it's made in Italy. It's just such a nice blazer. If you guys are looking for oversized blazers, I would definitely implore you to go look in charity shops, thrift shops, to find a men's vintage oversized blazer, because you're just going to get that oversized masculine look, which I look for in blazers, and find it hard to kind of get that fit in a new blazer. And especially if you want something really beautiful quality, as I said, this is Armani and I paid £10 for it, so you can't really grumble at that, because yeah, you're just going to get something really beautiful quality. Again, shopping for vintage and secondhand is the most sustainable way to shop. So that is something else when you're thinking about buying these pieces, along with the fact that it's so much cheaper. I just don't think you can go wrong. And a definite thing to look for is men's oversized blazers, or just men's blazers which are going to fit oversized on you, going to fit wider on your shoulders, which is always a look that I love. Again, I'm going to wear this with a very similar outfit to what I have on now. Probably remove this red cardigan, wear a really oversized pair of jeans or trousers, a fitted top or t-shirt, and then throw this over the top of a pair of, you know, shoes or mules or trainers, and this is going to look so good, so stylish. An outfit combination you can recreate in so many ways. It's so easy to throw on when you don't know what to wear. Corporate girls, you can really do the same. A tailored pair of trousers, a fitted top, this blazer, a pair of heel boots. You've literally got the perfect work outfit, and for barely any money, which I absolutely love. I'll style it for you guys so you can see exactly how I would style it. Curvy girls as well, when you're styling with a blazer like this, I tend to wear something fitted underneath just because it gives me a little bit more definition in my body. I will wear something full oversized, maybe like an oversized t-shirt underneath, but I do really tend more to go with kind of something fitted with a blazer like this. Thank you so much for watching my video. As I said, everything will be linked below, and I always include my sizing in there, which I know is helpful for you guys if you're wanting to know exactly what kind of size I was wearing in the video. And yeah, I will be back 2 weeks time with a very similar video to this. I'd like to say I know what it is, but I don't. I may do a 2025 trends prediction, because I've been seeing those around recently, and I really like them. But I also might do some more Pinterest styling, because that was one of my favourite ones I've done recently. We'll have a little think. We're going away to Abu Dhabi in between then, so yeah, follow me on my Instagram if you want to see that content, if you want to see the outfits that I'm wearing. On a really like different note, I've been using an app to kind of plan my holiday outfits. This is not an ad or anything, by the way. This is just because I found it and I love it. It's called Wearing, R-H-E-R-I-N-G. Probably not how I'm saying it. Wearing, must be wearing. And it's amazing because you put on all of the pieces in your wardrobe. You kind of add on, like I was either using, if there's pieces that I know I can still get the Google image for or the brand image for, I've been adding that. But then I've also, for my vintage pieces, just been taking pictures of the pieces, and then you kind of add it onto the app, and then you can create outfits. Like you can kind of, it will show all your pieces and you can kind of mix and match to see what you think might go together. And it's just a really cool app. Also, one of the amazing things about it is it really made me think about my wardrobe. If I couldn't be bothered to add a piece I had onto that app, I know that I don't really want it anymore. So again, it's gone into my gonna sell pile, gonna take to charity shop pile. Definitely the mindset I'm in at the minute to kind of cull a lot of pieces in my wardrobe. So actually getting this app and going through that process has really helped me with that, because it's made me realise that some things I just don't need. So yeah, I thought I would just mention that because it's something that's been on my mind, something that I love at the minute. I'll put some screenshots so you can kind of see my wardrobe on there. You can actually like make your wardrobe available and other people to follow it. I don't know how I feel about that at the minute. Maybe I will at some point. I don't love that right now, but it's definitely helped with my holiday kind of clothes. And also you can create a packing list as well from the outfits you've created, which is also so helpful when you're actually packing. And yeah, that's my random bit of interesting information at the end, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like. You guys obviously are amazing, and yeah, I'll see you soon.